I know I saw one smallmouth over here. Let's see if I can get him to bite. Got one. Feels like a good one too. Is that a largemouth? I think I got a largie. That's a nice largemouth. All spawned out, but he ate it. Well, that was cool. Throwing the popper this morning before the storm front. Trying to get some smallmouth, but I'll take largies. Fish on. I didn't even see that guy. That looks like a smallie. Yep, it's definitely a smallmouth. Man, they pull so hard. It's so funny. A pretty little dude. Spunky. Well, looks like the water's really low here today. So, wish me luck on getting a bunch of fish, because usually this water's 5 feet deeper. Okay. So, they are not quite there for the top water out here. I got one decent largemouth, and then I got the one decent largemouth and one little smallmouth so far. So I'm gonna throw this flicker shad on and see if I can run it right in front of their face a couple times. There's got to be a couple more fish around here. The water's really low, but I've seen plenty of life, so they're around. Okay, I was throwing that flicker shad around, and then the top water. Got a couple on the top water this morning, so I don't know what else to look for right now besides using a spinner. The water's so low, I gotta just try anything. All else fails, night crawler, slip bobber, 10-pound test. Should be a fun time. There's some big rough fish around, and they'd be fun. Obviously, you guys seen out on the river again. This is actually the first time back to this spot, and you guys can see it is super low. Like, this is ridiculously low. I'm seeing a couple fish here and there. Actually sighting some fish on beds downstream. I don't like bugging the fish in the bed, so I'm basically just trying to see what else is swimming around here. I got that one largemouth and one smallmouth so far, and I'm seeing a bunch of carp. I don't want to have to do it, but I've thrown 20 different baits right now. I do have a bobber, a jig, and some night crawlers. So if all else fails, I'm seeing a lot of big carp and a lot of big sheephead. They're both fun to catch. I just wanted to see if I could get some big smallmouth early spring here, early summer technically. But yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully the next thing you guys see is me crushing some big fish. I don't really care right now. I just want to catch a couple before I get rained on. Okay, I didn't want to have to do it, but Looks like we're going live bait to catch some big fish before the storm shows up. Just gonna do a simple night crawler chunk on the jig, slip bobber, set it just over the bottom, see what's swimming in here even. It's always a good way to find out what's like in an area. Okay, simple. Let's go catch some big fish. Got one. Something decent. Oh. What was that? Got that guy. Oh, like old bullhead. I was wondering why the bites were the way they were. It's not what I'm trying to catch. And actually, I'm seeing hundreds of bluegills right here. So I'm gonna shove this right up to the surface. I'm trying to get me a couple of those. And then I'm gonna throw a bobber on my catfish rod. Put a chunk of cut bait floating around in here and see if there's any big cats stuck in here right now. Man, it must be bullhead spawning season. Look at the size of that guy. Stop. I do not want to get poked right now. I would be a very unhappy camper. Big old spawning bullhead. That thing was a monster. Okay guys, so I'm having a really tough time today with the water being so low. When there's no flow below a dam, there's almost never any new fish getting pushed up all the time. So the thing, I did just catch one little dinky bluegill. So I think I'm gonna take that guy, cut him in half, and put him on my catfish rod with the bobber out there. See if there's any giant cats laying around. It just depends, because like I said, there's not really too much way for them to get up. Well, the big ones anyways. There might be some little ones. So I'm seeing tons of carp, but I can't get one of those guys. I mean, they're big, so it would be a blast on my ultralights and stuff, but yeah, even with the night crawlers, they're not biting. I think they're too busy spawning, so let's try to get a big kitty here. Okay, like I said, chunk of this little dude on a slip bobber. Well, not a slip bobber, it's a fixed bobber, but it's only like 4 feet deep in here, so we're gonna let this thing float around. See if it can find me a catfish. Well, that's doing that. Let's throw the night crawler around still. Well, that was completely wasted. I got one bluegill over like an hour of fishing, cut him in half, threw him on my big bait rod with a bobber, caught a channel catfish, let him go. Didn't realize I wasn't recording. Man, this is stressful stuff. All you got to know is cut bait works. I'm going to try the other half, or a chunk of the other half now. I'm going to have to catch another bluegill because that was really fast. Okay, I'm recording this time. We're going to just leave this on. Okay, so 5/0. This is an octopus hook from Gamakatsu. Chunk of, that's a pumpkin seed actually, and then regular fixed bobber. Yes, my slider's still on there, but I don't care because it doesn't really affect it. Actually, I think it helps hold your bobber in place, but yep, gonna just cast this out Set my pole in my little pole holder I made. Yep. Already got a fish. Yeah, there's a school of catfish out there for sure. I'm definitely gonna have to get some more bluegills if there's that many catfish out here. Oh, pulled it out of his mouth. So there might not be giants out here, but we'll see if we can find one. Okay, just gonna leave this recording. I'm gonna try to get a bluegill while that hooks up with a fish. The fun part about the octopus hooks is usually when if a catfish grabs a hold of the bait and pulls it down, they'll hook themselves just because of the bobber. At least that's what my previous experience setting this up like this has done. So if you guys are trying to fish catfish in a shallow pool, don't overlook just setting the bobber above it and having the cut bait just float across the bottom. I know right now it's only like 4 to 5 feet out there, and channel catfish will come up for their bait. Well, so will flatheads too, so there's always that. Ah. And I guess that was a northern pike. Something else, I don't know. That one feels like a decent one too. Another real dark, I'm gonna guess male. These guys are probably spawning. Oh, no, I think that's a little female. Okay, so that's a fat little girl, I think. Pretty sure. I'll let her go right here. This one I didn't miss on camera, but the GoPro died when I was getting the hook out. Well, like I was saying, so you guys missed the first one, but that was a pretty easy. Like as soon as it sits in that middle pool, these fish are just going to be swimming around all over in the deep water. And yeah, if you got a piece of cut bait, fresh cut bait hanging down, they'll come up and smoke it. The key here is setting your bobber so that you're not dragging bottom, otherwise you're just going to get snagged with it, but just up off the bottom. So works really good if you're in like slack water area, so give it a try next time you guys are out catfishing or just fishing a river in general. Today was no like specific species, I just wanted to check it out, see how it was going down here. I'm going to see if I can get some more bluegill to try and do that. Otherwise, if I can't get any more bluegill, I'll see what else is swimming around that'll eat a night crawler. And yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so my battery just died again, but yeah, that's a bowfin. I actually had my camera off. Let's see if I can hold on to this guy. They're so bony and so hard to hold on to. They got nasty little teeth everywhere. Really cool looking fish. Be careful if you try to gill them like this. They will cut you. They have teeth all over inside. But Yeah, this dude snapped up my bait. Just gonna let him sit there and recover. Probably doesn't even realize he's free, but he was just sitting right there. I was just spacing out. I looked up, I tossed my jig in front of him and jigged it, and he snapped it up right away. But those guys are really cool. People call them dogfish or Grinnell or any of the mudfish. People treat them like trash fish because they're listed as that, but that's a dinosaur. So take care of them, put them back. They'll take care of your waterways. Usually if there's one of these guys around, you got good waterways. There you go, bud. Okay, I just spent entirely way too long to get like 2 or 3 of these and a small sheephead. But I'm determined to catch some big catfish today since I know they're down here. So I'm gonna give it a try. I cut these guys into like 3 pieces. So head, middle, rear. If they were bigger, I'd cut them into 4. That took entirely. You guys have no clue how long. Like just too long. Hit that like button for grinding for some bait fish. Okay, bluegill head, bobber. Let's see if there's anything big floating around in here. It's getting later in the day. I gotta get going here soon. I think while that thing sits out there, every once in a while I'll move it. I'm gonna throw my spinner around. I actually saw some smallmouth and largemouth swimming upriver while I was looking for these bait fish. I didn't have anything to throw at them, otherwise I would have got it on film, but I'm gonna use the spinner and see if I can find some around here before it gets too late. Well, I almost made it back to my pole. I had a hit already. See if he eats it. Turn my bait feeder on so if I walk away from this and something takes it or runs, he doesn't take my pole with him. All right, I'm gonna leave it there for a second. Got something. It's a little channel cat. These guys would be perfect eaters. They'd be a perfect eater. But I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for a bigger one. Cut bait and a bobber. It's a whole lot of fun. And actually I have a video of me doing this with way bigger channel cats, so if you guys want to check that out, check out the catfish playlist. You'll get a kick out of that. Apparently there's a bunch of catfish out there because it doesn't take them very long to find this thing. Apparently I landed on one. Oh, that's not a catfish. Guys, this might be a really big smallmouth on cut bait. Oh, there's a first for everything, right? Yeah, that's cut bait. That's a smallmouth. It's a nice fat one. Good looking fish. They're cannibals. They want that cut bait. That's cool. All right, yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I'm okay with catching giant, nice heavy smallmouth on cut bait. Now I'm having fun. I'm really happy I came back here. What is that? Largemouth, smallmouth. I got a drum that you guys didn't see, a couple bluegills, and the bowfin, or the grinnell, or yeah, bowfin, otherwise known as dogfish. But yep, let's catch some more. So I cast way up into the dead water over there, so apparently their fish are stacked in that spot. Oh, that one hooked himself, and he's big. Oh my God. Okay, you guys are on. So this thing landed on a fish again, and when he took off, he hooked himself. So that's what I was trying to say about these hooks before, is they kind of do the work for you. It's pretty cool. I don't know what this is. It's got to be a cat. Did I snag him? Or he just rolled in it? Oh, that's why. Sorry, dude. Stop. Let me unhook you. Sorry, bud. I didn't mean to snag you. It just happened. There you go. Apparently I landed on him. Apparently when you hook catfish from the back, they're a little stronger. Yep, there's a pile of them in there. Oh, that one got off. I need to even put the bobber down. Nope. Yep. So apparently they're schooled up right in the middle over there. I might have to keep a couple of these guys. These are perfect eaters. They're also jumping catfish. All right, I'll let you go, but I'm gonna keep the next eater, okay? There you go, you found your way out. Okay, let's pick up some eaters. The perfect time of year to keep cats before it gets too hot. See if we even have to put the rod down. If there's 1,000 of those eaters in the middle there. Yep. There's definitely a bunch of them right in the middle. Wonder how fast I can get to like 5 or 10. Have a catfish fry. Cajun catfish sounds really good right now. I know I'm going to put this rod down and they're going to hit it. I think a majority of these fish are good. They're up close to those falls, basically waiting for injured fish to come over. That's why the closer I cast to it, the faster I get a bite. Like that. Right on cue, buddy. Thanks. Man, these guys fight so hard. And they're like the perfect eaters. Little 2-pounders. Nice dark little male. We keep them in this pool over here. Okay, that's one. A little bit smaller piece this time. It'll probably get swallowed a lot quicker. So I don't think I'm gonna put the pole down. I don't think that's a catfish. Oh, no, it is. This thing smacked it after I moved it. Hit it like a moving bait. That's two. It's kind of crazy. That one hit this little tail piece when I was reeling it. Like I thought it was a bass or a northern. But yeah, he smashed it. Like to get that twice. Another one on. Oh, this one feels good too. This one kind of set the hook on itself. Actually feels a little bit bigger. Another good one. Another perfect eater. That's 3. Okay, let's see if we can get 4 and 5 real quick here. Kind of seemed like the school of them was pushing to the left side there. That's where I started getting more bites. Yep. It's kind of cool when that works out that way. This little tail section's caught me like 3 fish already. Very economical. Another perfect eater. Big fat cow. That's 4. One more and we're good. Still have the tail chunk on there. We do 4 fish on the same chunk. Fish on. I'm telling you guys, it's as simple as getting some bluegills, cutting them up, throw them under a bobber. Obviously you gotta know how deep it is, but yeah, if it's only like 4 to 6 feet, you can just wing it out there. I'll list this rod down below. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but this works really good for catfishing. This is a medium light or medium action. Works really good for these channel cats. But yeah, if you want to get out and get yourself a couple hundred of these channel kitties, I mean, those are perfect eaters. Okay guys, so I did what I said I was gonna do and then some. You guys saw that last fish. There is 7 or 8 now. They're all perfect eaters. I don't know, like this place is just magical. I thumbs up for coming back to a place that you can almost guarantee to catch fish, even when the water was like, this water is like 5 feet low right now. It's supposed to rain today, but we'll see if it brings it up at all. I don't know when I'm gonna be back here, but long story short, go explore those good spots in the past because sometimes they're really good in the future. I'm gonna eat some Cajun catfish here. Comment below if you guys want to see some Cajun catfish catch and cook stuff. I'm not gonna show you guys how to clean these. I already got a video on that. If you guys want to check it out, check out my catfish playlist. I'll put it right up here. But otherwise, if you're new here, subscribe. If you're not new here, hit that like button. Comment below if you want to see some more catfish stuff. I'm gonna do it anyways, but comment below.